says we are live because we're getting people that are coming on. They're on the right-hand side. They've all joined.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, hello everyone, and thank you. I just want to say this that it's unfortunate with when you have family that you care so deeply about,
Yeah,
and you just remember everyone. Lev's a dad, and you're always going to protect whether it's a son or a daughter. You're always going to do that. And when family sees or when a parent sees that there may be someone or someone else that is um, might do harm, they're going to speak
yeah,
out.
yeah. Papa Bear mode comes
Oh,
out,
big time,
and
big time. And you guys caught me in my I don't give a shit day mode.
yeah, and I'm outside right now. I move locations, hanging out, uh, getting ready for all the pre-Christmas stuff. So happy Christmas Eve, Merry Christmas
Yeah,
Eve, everyone.
yeah,
Uh, and
it's unfortunate this happened around the holidays. So
Yeah, and I was actually just about to message you too,
yeah,
or was in the process of messaging you saying we definitely need to talk more about how Banner and Backbone can actively
yeah,
support in whatever ways possible for a section on on everything Ukraine, so
yeah.
that left can just post Ukraine information. You can post Ukraine information. Um, Olga, whoever, Ludmilla,
So
anyone in the community
yeah,
could
we
post
got
Ukraine.
what's it? Jason, Jay. Uh, I forget his last name. Jason Smart. I think Jay Smart. He hasn't been on in a while. Uh,
Mhm.
Usually Lev has him, and of course Alexander.
Yep.
With what is happening, uh, just an FYI, I'm getting more information from Ukraine. I get it through Telegram. I follow some of the channels. I also get it from some people that I have connections with over there. And the fact that they need help is, I can only say that it's a four-letter word, help, but put exclamation on both sides of that. It's help. They need help.
Yeah.
And it's not just generators. Challenges right now for them, of course, is that Russia is bombing the bridges. There's two that go between Odessa and Moldova, and when they bomb those bridges, it limits the amount of petrol we're able to bring from Moldova into Ukraine, into Odessa in particular. So the price of petrol is skyrocket, and of course the generators require petrol. So my question is it's maybe to the stack when it comes to EcoFlow to be I'm not sure what's available over there through Ukraine in order to EcoFlow generators. So I see everybody's either putting up questions that they don't understand what was happening, or they don't know what is it that MTN was trying to do with Aaron. Um, I don't have that information to be able to confirm what they were doing other than what they are a paywall, and you'll find on my Substack and on Nick's Substack, if you wanna support us, that's fine, and I encourage it. Free sub
Yeah.
free subscriptions are fine because now everybody gets Nick and I send out. If we're sending out a letter, we send out communications, you're gonna get it. I'm not asking you to pay for it. If you do.
Courtney, we're talking about both
Yeah,
Ukraine and
yeah,
MTN because it works together. It's in conjunction. Is that it's in the way it feels like and the way it's coming out to appear like is it's almost information suppression.
yeah.
Um, and that there's critical information that's not going out. And Cheech, if you want to invite Shane Urich on, he's an incredible person to talk to. He's one of my good buddies. He's in the chat.
Is he?
Yeah, he and I talk a lot on Banner and Backbone around technofascism in those intersections.
You
And
said Shane?
Shane Urich, Yirak.
I see it.
Um, and Shane is doing a really big deep dive into Jared Kushner and the Kushner files, as he's calling them. And I think like this intersection of those individuals and what's going on in Ukraine isn't really being covered. It's There's nothing that's really being spoken about on it, and it's like I said earlier, is Ukraine is the firewall for democracy, and you would think that the most pro democratic organizations that we have should be screaming from the rooftops that we need to bolster our support and win over public opinion for Ukraine,
Yeah.
because that's how we actually get America to move things is through public opinion. And if you're going to use your platform just to be the Fox News of the left, like that's some bullshit. We don't need more Fox Newses.
No.
We don't need a Joe Rogan of the right. We need fucking people who are worthwhile and who are putting out truth, not behind a paywall. Like, yeah, I could paywall my stuff, but nobody would pay for it because I'm not Midas Touch and I don't have that influence sphere that they do. But also, truth is for everyone. Truth is power. And like the more information and the more and knowledge is power. And if you have more knowledge and you're more prepared for the situations and you can talk about those situations and you can get it out there authentically, like that's the thing is Midas, you guys are no longer authentic. It's rage bait, it's paywall bait, and it's annoying. Um, like I see someone say Lev has a paywall. Yeah, Lev has a paywall too, but almost majority of what Lev makes in money, from what I understand, goes towards Ukraine, goes towards funding and supporting the Ukrainian efforts
He does.
and those that he knows and people in the area because he cares. So like,
So I
okay, he has a paywall, but he's using it. Midas has a paywall, but what are they fucking giving back to the rest of us?
exactly. I tried to, for whatever reason, I'm on uh, I'm on my laptop. It's not letting me invite Shane. So I'd love to get
Yeah, I'll set up a call with the three of us here
yeah,
sometime
yeah.
soon.
Um,
If you're free next week, I'll set up a call with us.
yeah,
Some
I'm off until what, January 5th, I think 6th.
Okay, yeah,
I'm
we'll get in
available.
touch for early January then.
But what I want to say to everybody that's in the chat, here's what's paramount that we need to do is make sure that we stay together and stay focused on the task that we have at hand. Nick's 100% on point. I am. Everybody that's there, Kat. I mean, I see Kat Soso's in here. I'm seeing Shane. Shane, he's subscribed. Let me see. Let's try him again.
Yeah, you'll like Shane. Um,
Shane, what we'll do is we'll schedule this call next week. But to my what I do for Ukraine, that I have my family overseas that's in Ukraine, in Odessa. And currently, they're not actually at our house in Odessa. One is in Poltava, the other one is a little bit further north. But everything, if you become a paid subscriber, everything that you send for a paid subscription, I donate 100% back to Ukraine. I do it through the generators for Odessa, 100%. Lev has, we have also for democracy. If somebody has that, they can put that up in the chat. There's also one for Lev itself. So anyway, moving forward, I'm tripping over my tongue. Moving,
and And what we'll do too is if you can, Cheech, send me the link to the GoFundMe's that are available for it, and I'll add them in for some of the banner and backbone content so that we can always get those links out there.
yeah,
And I'll work on getting a specific ongoing like coupon code for Banner and Backbone
yeah,
that will be specific to if you sign up here, 100% of the proceeds will go. And this is one of those, if people do monthly, it would be more beneficial because then there's sustained funds that we
it's
know
great.
would be going. Um, and I will donate 100% of the funds from those specific coupons to Ukraine and to the GoFundMe account, to the GoFundMe, and I'll work with Cheech to make sure that funding gets out there. So look for that on Banner and Backbone too. Um, and we're, like I said, we're going to be supporting as much as we can for the Ukrainian
Yeah,
effort, because it's firewall for democracy, and if we can help support there, we can help support here too. Like that's how we win. It's a
absolutely.
community.
So, Earth Girl, you said without a paid subscription, we do not know what we are missing. The full point of the reporting is not received unless paying. Too many good reports, reporters who subscribe to many and or people are squeezed. Now, healthcare. Yes, but I'm going to say this: become a free subscriber because you're going to get that information from Nick and
Yep.
myself. Okay,
Yep.
we're not going to charge you for it. We don't
Yeah.
have a paywall. In fact, I'm against paywalls. All of them. All of them.
Yeah, and I have, like, right now, I have a paywall on my private chat for Sick of the Shit publications, but I may take that back down, um, to just open it up for more encouragement. The only reason I do it is because there's a lot of spam that comes in on Substack, and it's hard to
Yeah.
stop some of that spam, so I don't do that to limit people's communication, but no, none of my reporting, none of my information, none of my content that is content is paywalled. Unle eh, Unless it's like I have a piece of music that's paywalled because I wanted to encourage subscriber growth so I could get more music out there. Um, but that's different. Like, I'm not trying to paywall news and information and knowledge and like, it's free because you need it. We need it. We all need it because how are we gonna organize if we don't have the money to pay for all of this shit? How are we supposed to get that information?
So
So
Courtney asked,
paywalls suck.
Courtney threw something up. She said, "Did you say Lev's paid subscription go towards Ukraine?" No. Well, Lev has GoFundMe's. There's three. One is for Alexander, Voice of Ukraine. One is for the generators in Ukraine, and then there's one for supporting democracy through Lev's platform. Those are the GoFundMe's. They
Yeah, and I was the one who commented on Lev and the money,
yeah,
and I have no firsthand knowledge of how Lev uses his money.
yeah.
That said, I do know he puts a lot of money and a lot of effort and a lot of time and a lot of support towards Ukraine. Um, and that effort is incredible and it does deserve your support. Um, and I'm not talking about Aaron because one, I think that was his account. I looked at the username, and I believe it was his account. It's not my family ordeal. It's not my family business. It's for Lev and Aaron to talk about privately and discuss, and then do what they can to support each other, and grow their relationship. It's not my place to comment on that. I think I can comment on Midas Touch itself and what they may be doing or not doing, and I can comment on the omission of information or the suppression of information, and that we should not be paying having to do paywalls to get good content. It's why folks like Waj and are so
Love Waj.
important, and Lev and Zev and Dean and all of those folks are so important because they're actually getting news out there and they're reporting and they're not doing clickbait, rage bait.
Yeah.
That's like the suppression is around Ukraine. Like Midas Touch has a platform of millions of folks. They could just put out more constant news on Ukraine, and that would shift public opinion so much and put so much positive footing on democratic options in organizations, but they don't. And they don't use the funding that we've all provided with the understanding that there would be like help and legal action that they would do and active support for democracy, but it doesn't, there's nothing coming back to the rest of us. We're not getting what
Exactly.
we paid for.
It needs to filter down.
Yeah.
It needs to filter down. And Courtney, I know you weren't criticizing, so neither Nick or I think you criticizing.
Oh, no, 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 no. I definitely don't think Courtney's criticizing. I
No.
think Courtney has
Yeah,
always has great comments, and
she,
I value her. I value her opinion.
yeah, I do too. All right, so listen, everybody. This is my first go live.
Well, Cheech, I think we'll be having you on Banner and we're obviously going to
Yeah.
be having you on Banner and Backbone here soon.
Yeah.
Um, and I hope we can get you on more on more of these lives because it's really important just to talk about what's going on. And you have firsthand information of what's going on
I
in
do.
Ukraine that I would like to, and I would be proud to support getting it out there.
I think people, when you see the goal for me is obviously is getting to Odessa. And I'll let everybody know the challenge has been with getting a visa. You have to have an invitation to go to Ukraine. And once you have that invitation is tied to a passport. And my fiance, unfortunately, did not have the passport, and she'd been waiting to get the passport. That was the delay. It is the delay. I know she will receive the passport shortly after the first of the year. Then it's just a matter of time before I receive the visa, and then I'm going to Odessa. When I'm in Odessa, I will be doing some live Odessa. I want to show everybody what Odessa is, the beauty of Odessa. If you just go ahead and do a Google search on Odessa, take a look at it and see it. It is a amazing part of Ukraine, Odessa. So
Yeah. Yeah, and I would love to be able to get all of that beauty out there, and show the world what Ukraine really is.
Russian, yeah.
It's like there's I want to do the same in Venezuela. There's someone I've started to meet and see a lot of on um around here is Elizabeth Raven, I think her name is. She's in Venezuela. And I want to get the truth out of what's going on in Venezuela too. Like, and I'm never gonna pay all that shit. What like truth is gold, right? Like Midas touch, the truth is gold. Truth is golden. I thought that was what your motto was.
I
Or
like
does democracy die in darkness? Just
I
like
like to say
uh,
truth builds transparency, right? It actually works
yeah,
both ways. So
yeah. And transparency is what we thrive on.
yeah.
It's community building. It's what democracy is at its fundamental level is transparent community building. And the more we do it, the more people have access to it, the less people are confused and the less fluidity of truth there is. And that's important. Um, and
So
my phone's actually going to die here in a couple minutes. So
yeah,
I got
well, yeah, we're
off.
gonna go off. I just want to answer American Citizen asked a question. She talked about can you get the info for school kids that want to pen pal with US kids? I'm gonna try. There's a couple of people over there. I know Alexander Alex. Um, he would be interested in doing that. But there also are the people that I'm trying to contact with that are that help in Ukraine. One of them actually she bakes. She makes bread and they deliver the bread to some of these cities. So, all right, everyone, please happy holidays. Enjoy your Christmas. Be
Yeah,
well.
happy holidays. Cheech, thanks for inviting me on for this. And I look forward to seeing you again, my friend.
You bet. All right. See you, everybody.
Thank
Enjoy.
you all.
Bye bye.